welcome to Culture on I-24 News. I'm Abid Grober, and today we have a wonderful show for you. We'll talk to the curator of an exhibition about photography at Jerusalem's Bezalel School. Take a look at an exhibition of art made of food cans, full of good purpose. And we'll take a look at a new satirical show on Israeli TV. The exhibition, The Photographic Truth is a Natural Truth, tells the story of the field of photography at Bezalel, Jerusalem's renowned art school. Starting in 1910, the exhibition covers over 70 years till 1984, when the first class of a dedicated photography department graduated from the school. With me in the studio is the exhibition's curator, Noah Tzedaka, who is also an alumni of the department and a teacher there. Noah,
Yes.
thank you for coming in today.
Hello, thank you.
So, first of all, let's talk about the name.
Okay.
Can you
Yes,
explain
sure.
it to us?
The name is actually a sentence of Boris Schatz, the founder of Bezalel. When I got myself into the research, I met this sentence and I fall in love. And also to hear about reflection on photography at 1924 in Israel, it was really new for me. And so I had to put this name as a title of the exhibition. The full name title is The Photographic Truth is a Natural Truth, a Chronology of a Department. It's a book he wrote in 1924, Boris Schatz.
Right. And you went back and did the research.
Yes.
I guess went through many hours of the school's archive.
Yes.
Why did this sentence stand out for you?
Because for me, I never thought there will be a reflection on photography during these years. I thought a talk about photography, a discussion. What is photography? What is photography compared to art? Photography. I never thought this conversation exists in these years.
Back then.
So it was, but when I started the research was a work in many archives, the Zionist archive, the City Hall Jerusalem archive, and Bezalel archive, because it's covered many years.
Yeah.
So when I started, he compared photography, actually the truth in photography, to art photography in painting, which is like mental truth. In photography, it's like a natural truth.
I see.
It's give a documentation of reality, like naturally, rhetorically, but art gives something more into the soul and the mind.
Interesting. The fact that the exhibition ends in 1984,
Yes.
I think actually speaks well to this idea, because that's about when Photoshop emerged into our lives,
Yes.
and photo manipulation got into a whole new level. Is that
It's not arriving to this stage. It's really, the whole exhibition is actually showing very much the analogical practice of photography. That time the computer is just starting, so it's really like it's also the...
Back then it was still, we could rely enough on the photographic image.
It was darkroom work, it was a lot of black and white work, it's a printing work.
Yeah. So, what did you find? Did you find that there was what led to establishing the photography department in Bezalel?
It was like a fight to during all the years to treat photography as an art, because in the 70s it was still treated. It still need to justify itself that it's an art.
It was more like a craft.
It still is. I was embarrassed now to talk with people that are artists that still treat photography that it's something that it still has to give explanation why it is art. So when it started, it was in the 70s, the end of by Hanan Laskin. He was the founder of the photography department. he really had to give explanation what is art photography. He was writing articles, what is art photography. This was the talk in the 70s, the late 70s here in Israel.
And since the photography department in Bezalel was formed, do you think that it has a special significance?
I think one of the photographer, Yigal Shem Tov, he was also my teacher.
Yeah.
He thinks that the beginning of photography department was given support that photography is an art by itself, and to teach photography in academic institution was like the push for this conscience mind.
Now, your time as a student in the department, what was that like? What stayed with you? What has changed since then till now?
The talk around photography. That's what I was also when I was a student. I was always writing what the teacher said, what the students said. I was always very curious about the talk around photography, the teaching situation, the language around photography. So. And you can really see through the pedagogic situation, what is the changing of the photography.
Right.
And, when I was learning photography, it was a lot to talk about composition, the shadow, the light and shadow. And now it's another talk about photography.
Well, I know that you yourself, as a photographer, you're a traditional photographer. You work with film and a dark room and all of that good stuff. But in recent years, we've seen another big change in photography with the digital photography and smartphones, and now everyone is able to produce unlimited number of images. What kind of effect do you think that has over the field?
I think it's huge effect. I mean, it's really like it's changing. I think it's totally changing your mind, the technology, that it's entering every piece of your life. Every second you are connected to technology. I think it's a huge change that we still didn't really...
processing.
Yes, there is no process of it. It's just using, consuming and using it, but not really reflecting on it. And that's why I teach darkroom. I work in darkroom because I think it gives your mind and your soul totally another way of talking to reality.
Rhythm.
Yes, totally another rhythm.
Well, definitely back then, every click counted. No, Tzedakah, thank you so much again for coming in.
Thank you. Okay.
Moving on. Canstruction is a unique charity competition held annually which showcases sculptures made entirely out of cans of food. Sandy Fortis brings us the story of this unusual event and its important goal.
Welcome to City Harvest Station, a subway station entirely made out of cans. In the heart of New York, it is here where every year the exhibition known as Canstruction takes place. This is a contest of sculptures made out of food cans aimed at promoting social awareness. 1 out of every 5 families in the New York area struggles every month to put food on the table.
It's that subtle awareness, which is really important because people don't like to see hunger in their face. But this amazing structures kind of had that subtlety to it, but still very important.
For this year, 27 teams spent more than 300 hours with the goal to build 27 works of art made out from 80,000 cans. Among the sculptures, this impressive life-sized can version of Rodin's The Thinker.
I thought having this piece was a good idea because it's iconic and it's built out of can, but we're creating something that's like totally opposed to the static image of a can being stacked to create something else. Like it's, you don't expect it. You come see it. It's like people are like, oh, I know that, but oh, it's different.
The winner of the contest is this giant dog nicknamed Hounding Hunger. It's made of 2,568 cans of beans, corn, sardines, sausage, and condensed milk.
We wanted to do something colorful for 2 reasons. We all love color, but also because the use of different types of cans meant different types of food. that we could use in our design, and we wanted to have a wide variety of different products that we could use.
At the end of the exhibition, all the cans are collected and redistributed through local hunger relief organizations to the needy population of New York during Thanksgiving. In addition to the 80,000 cans used for the sculptures, the public is also invited to donate canned food in a giant tank. The City Harvest Association hopes to raise more than 100,000 cans in order to feed more than 1 million New Yorkers.
All for a good cause. In a moment, we'll talk about a new satirical show on Israeli television, but first, here's our cultural recommendation for the day.
Richard Tuttle is a post-minimalist American artist and prominent figure in contemporary art. The London Tate Modern Museum now pays tribute to him in the impressive lobby of the Turbine Hall. Some of the most impressive works Tuttle created are displayed, including one of his favorite materials, textiles, in a 12 meters long creation mixing natural fibers and fabrics, specially created for this occasion. And for those who desire a retrospective of other works by Richard Tuttle, they are displayed at the Whitechapel Gallery, currently annexed to the Tate.
And I'm joined now by writer and cultural commentator Amalia Rosenblum. Amalia, it's been too long.
Thank you for having me here.
So we're talking about satire, and that's because of a new show that I should say finally is on TV.
Right. It's called The Jews Are Coming, and it's been shelved for a while because it was considered too bold, and now there's a reform at the the national broadcasting, like the Israeli PBS,
right.
And they want to show that they are going to be bold and innovative and progressive, and so the show is airing. And
it's well received.
It's well received, and I want to say that this is not a surprise because in Israel traditionally we love satire. In the 70s, in the 80s, 90s, just give us some political satire.
Yeah, in the last decade, it's been Eretz Nehederet.
Exactly, Eretz Nehederet was
wonderful country.
Wonderful country, hugely popular show. Really got the highest rating. I think it's really unprecedented in terms of primetime television.
And so much so that even President Obama has heard of it.
That's right. Obama said something that, I'm not sure he would reiterate today, but he did say at some point, any drama between me and Bibi was just a plot to create material for Eretz Nehederet.
Right. Yeah, right. I don't think that holds still. It was, I don't know, about more than a year ago or something.
But it does go, right, it does go to show you that it's very popular. Everyone watches it.
Why?
Well, I do think that, you have to ask yourself, what does satire aims to do? And it does aim to ridicule, to mock the follies, the vices of society, of government, traditionally speaking. And the intention there is to bring about a change, some sort of a social change.
Okay, so satire is, through humor, a tool, a vehicle for real change.
Exactly. We're criticizing, the lifestyle of political leaders, making fun of, celebrity culture, of youth culture.
Hoping that maybe in the next election, people will vote for someone else.
Exactly. But I do think that in Israel, I think something happened. I think this is not really, laughing has become an end in and of itself. I think it's about catharsis rather than political action.
Right. So if we watch the show and we laugh at our leaders, we don't now have to go and vote for someone else because we've already laughed at them and that we achieved something.
Exactly. I do think it's really just about entertainment and perhaps also a sense of unity, because if we don't believe in the same things, and actually, most days it seems like Israelis share very little values with each other, yet at the same time, somehow miraculously, we sit in front of this TV sketch, and we all find it
Right,
funny.
regardless of our political views
Exactly.
or worldviews.
So
By the way, do you think that's unique to Israel?
I don't know if it's unique to Israel, but I think that it's a unique part of the explanation of why it's so popular in Israel, because I do think satire is uniquely popular in Israel.
Right, right. So even if the Jews are coming, aren't gonna bring on a new reality, at least it'll be popular. Its viewers will enjoy, and its creators.
I expect it to be popular, just like Nikui Rosh, like in the 70s, and every show that was.
Since,
yes.
yeah. Well, at least we'll get some laughs out of it. Amalia, thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's it from us for today. I hope you enjoyed watching our show and that you'll join us again tomorrow. Till then, we end with this gorgeous video titled Wavelight by Sunchaser Pictures in collaboration with BBC Earth. They combined over 10,000 still images captured at the famous wave site in the Arizona desert for the first ever time-lapse video captured there. The result, as you can see, is simply spectacular. Enjoy.